PAYCE is a contracting and payment disclosure platform that transforms collaboration between pharmaceutical companies and healthcare professionals. PAYCE has two platforms to enable collaboration. Firstly, a platform for event organizers. This is an intuitive, web-based platform for company representatives to issue service contracts and easily track the status of their events at any time. Setting up an event. To get started, we simply click on Create an Event. You are now taken through a very quick and guided process to set up the event in no time at all. We can accommodate different types of events, and here we will select a speaker event. Then we are going to enter some information for contracting. First, we enter the name of the event. Then the event ID. This allows you to link the event to your CRM system or pre-approval reference. Next, we enter where the event is being held. And finally, when the event is taking place. We then add a copy of the approved agenda. The event has now been created. It allows us to begin the contracting process and track the status at any time. We can now allocate an approver to the event. Next, we can add an event speaker. We simply begin to type the speaker's name into the search box and select who we want. Here we've added Graham and Sarah. We can also remove speakers if necessary. Let's create a contract for Graham. Firstly, we need to select the services to be provided. For guidance, we also show you fair market values for each role. Here we have some commonly used services and the option for the meeting organizer to enter some free text. We have agreed that a fee of £400 is payable. We've also agreed to reimburse expenses for attendance. We enter an estimate of the expenses, which we expect to be at £50. We are now ready to send the electronic contract to the speaker. PAYCE holds a copy of your approved contract templates with the details of the event attached. The contract has now been sent to the speaker. Introducing the PAYCE HCP portal. This is a single place where healthcare professionals can manage their events. They can sign contracts, submit any agreed expenses, track payments, and directly manage their disclosures. When the event organizer sends the contract, our speaker will receive an email notification to advise him that a contract is ready for his review. To access the event, Graham can click on My Events. The event that we have just sent is here and highlighted as requiring our attention. The first screen summarizes the event and the services to be contracted. From here, he can view and download a copy of the agenda. He can also view the contract, which he can decline should it not meet his expectations. If this is the case, he would be asked to provide a reason for doing so. But here, Graham is ready to agree the contract. To commence, we tap Agree to Contract. Firstly, we confirm that Graham's details are correct. This information is essential for disclosure reporting. PAYCE has the flexibility to manage payments to multiple bank accounts. Here, Graham can maintain the details of the account where he would like to receive payment for these services. Finally, we confirm if Graham gives his consent for disclosure. After checking the details of the event and his selections, Graham confirms that he agrees to the contract and its terms and conditions by pressing the Agree to Contract button. The contract has now been signed and the status has been updated accordingly. Following the event. After the event, there are a number of actions that must be taken before a payment can be made. Both the HCP and the meeting organiser will receive email prompts to notify them of the steps required. The event organiser is required to confirm that the services were delivered. They have the option to declare that the services were not fully rendered if necessary. The speaker submits his expenses directly into PAYCE. To do so, he simply opens the event and selects Upload a Receipt. Once he has entered all the expenses for reimbursement, he can submit them for payment. Once these steps are completed, a request is sent to the approver for review. Once approved, the payment will then be processed. Managing HCP disclosure. HCPs can manage their content to disclosure by going to My Disclosures. Here, they can see their disclosure status for the companies they have worked with. They can change their consent status for a company at any time. To find out more details about PAYCE, go to copadi.com PAYCE. That's copadi.com/PAYCE.